your whole perception of intersectionality and dumpster diving and looking for anomalies. Do you have any good advice for folks here in this session about how to approach that from a B2B perspective in terms of coming up with something that is really going to be unique and novel and ownable once you go through the research process?
Well, I think dumpster diving you can do anywhere. So, I mean, that's pretty easy. So in a B2B world, intersectionality would be, can we actually step out of B2B? Can we go and look at something that is B2C, B2G, B2, whatever combination you see there? I know often people will say, well, that doesn't apply to me. But if you go and say, I've got something from a very different context, how might we think about what this lets us see that we would not otherwise see? That can really help people. That was the thing that I think Clay was so good at doing. He took what he saw in the disk drive industry. He went and looked at a couple other industries, and his favorite story was steel. And he would go and tell people this story about steel. And people would say, oh, I can see in the story about steel things in my own business. So if you get the right thing from a different place, it can sometimes highlight things in a very safe way that otherwise would not be obvious to your business. So one thing I'd say is look at different industries. And then second, sometimes I find it's when you walk away from business completely. Kevin Evers, my editor, his book last year was about Taylor Swift. There's nothing quite like this, the strategic lessons from Taylor Swift. Sometimes it's stepping way out and saying, is there something in nature, in science, in pop culture that can, again, give us a lens that we wouldn't otherwise see?